Hey, how's it going? So if you're watching this, I believe you have the ability to make seven figures with your TikTok shop brand. And I know this because in the past 2 years of running my agency, I've worked with 70 plus brands, including Tabs Chocolate, Pudgy Penguins, Legendary Milk, Natural Stacks, and Clean Nutra, and like 70 plus others. So I've gotten them hundreds of millions of views, millions in sales, and tens of thousands of high GMV content creators. So if you're watching this, I'm gonna give you the exact system we use to avoid the top 5 challenges that brands are having on TikTok Shop, and instead helping them scale up on the platform and really getting more creators, more views, and just more results across really all platforms, including Amazon, Shopify, retailers, and of course TikTok Shop, where we really build out this system. This story starts in 2021 when I was 16 and I wanted to scale my dropshipping brand. So I discovered TikTok as a place where brands could go super viral really easily and scale for a fraction of the cost of paid ads. However, 99% of e-com brands had not been able to take advantage of TikTok because it was seen as a bit of a black hole. Only middle schoolers knew how to use it, nobody else. And so relative to like Amazon, Meta, Google, where brands were already getting good results, they knew they could go viral on TikTok, but it was super hard to do so. So I started doing this for my brand and posting the results on Twitter, and my agency was born shortly after. And so basically some of our first clients on TikTok, I was able to take them very viral, and we started to see pretty solid results on the platform. Like for Rise New York, I worked with this brand, Luka Wishenko, and basically grew this account from 0 to 19,000 followers, thousands in sales. And so I was able to start basically figuring out the TikTok platform. And then I started doing this for other brands, really in the dropshipping space. And then we started to focus on TikTok Shop, e-com, as TikTok Shop actually became a thing a little bit later on. And so we started to get a lot of brands interested in our services. By 2023, we had worked with like 30 plus brands and basically started to hone in on the core offer. So with TikTok Shop actually launching, I realized that we had to go all in on e-com because you can actually track results on this. It's all verifiable, and you can actually track sales of individual creators. And so it's something where it allowed the agency a lot more scale than working with like software or anything else. And so with TikTok Shop, we basically figured out a system where we can scale brands to new revenue heights with essentially a plug and play strategy. What we can do is find high GMV content creators that are already getting good results for competitors and similar brands. We can literally plug them in with our clients and get similar results. And so it's often as simple as finding good creators, working with them, and being able to get similar results that other brands are already getting. And so we were able to scale brands relatively quickly by doing this, and requires a lot less testing, although we still do testing. It makes things a lot easier. Best part is this is all trackable and verifiable. So it's clearly working for competitors and similar brands. Now, why not my clients, right? So this is the system I use to scale my own clients, and I've added a ton of strategies to optimize these results further and make it as simple as possible for brands looking to scale sales on TikTok Shop using this strategy. And so results with this system, just in the last 9 days since I went live with Legendary Milk, we were able to add in an additional 10K in sales in that 9-day period as opposed to their previous average. And so that's like a 10% increase in the first 10 days working together. Just basically doubled the results, doubled their daily orders on GMV Max. And so we've been able to get those results like relatively quickly. Added 15K GMV for Clean Nutra in first 4 weeks working together. Added 40K GMV for Xena Nutrition in first 4 weeks working together. Added 14.5K for GMV for Prox in our first month working together last month. And then just scaled, just helped Natural Rems add 20K in sales in 7 weeks, less than 7 weeks. And then Pudgy Penguins, we helped them do 250 million views and a sold out launch in Walmart USA in 5 days. And so we did 66 million views in the first 3 weeks. They launched, we sold out in 5 days, helped them expand to Target Walgreens over the next year, and basically get over 250 million total views, 222 million of them coming in through TikTok, the rest based on repurposing content to other platforms. And so yeah, we've gotten a lot of these good results. This is an interview I did on YouTube with my client, Mason from Xena Nutrition, where we're just getting all these results right now with this system. And so it's working quite well and basically plug and play for e-com brands looking to scale on TikTok Shop. As an agency owner, I've had hundreds of brands coming to me with the exact same issues. For starters, it's very hard to find creators that are able to make good content and good videos again and again. Then it's very hard to make creators continuously show up and actually be engaged in Discord and continue to make content as well. And then brands and their team do not have the time, do not have the creators, and are just not able to figure the TikTok algorithm out. They don't have the time to dedicate and make it work. Then the videos creators making are not good enough to get views or sales. And last, the ads and discounts are not working well, and it's not clear what to do next, and the strategy is simply not getting results. Now, over the last 2 years, my agency has built and iterated upon a system that allows for these results. First, getting lots more sales every month and actually scaling up to 6 figures monthly on TikTok Shop. Next, having many happy creators who post lots of good videos, up to 5,000 videos per month. Next, making ads that actually convert, bring in money, and get a good ROAS. Next, building a system that's easy to run, helps everything works faster, and actually works on autopilot for the brand. And lastly, ultimately turning TikTok Shop into a big, steady way to make more money. Here's the 4-step system we're actually using to scale brands on TikTok Shop. First thing is going to be optimizing the TikTok Shop store and their creator community in order to make it look high status. So what you need to understand is that on TikTok Shop, you have 2 audiences. One is your creators and the other is your customers. In order to get lots of good customers, you first need to focus on your funnel to get good creators on board, because the creators are going to find you those customers. Even when you're running ads, it's going to be based on the creators. And so as a result, the way to do this is really to focus in on having a good offer to creators. So a good offer to creators is going to be all about having good rewards and good retainers. And so retainers, rewards, and just brand status in general will get good creators. So the higher the order number, the higher the reviews, all that stuff will also get good creators on board, same way it would for customers. And so we find good creators. Actually, I'll talk about that in step 2 more. But yeah, having that offer to creators is going to be the first step when you start reaching out to them. And then on the TikTok Shop store side, in order to have a good conversion rates once creators are doing well, you basically need to have great listings, good images, good descriptions, right? You don't have any compliance issues with TikTok. Do not list false benefits or anything like that. Things that are not accurate, of course. And high review number, high order number. You can, of course, import reviews with Yotpo and just have really nice looking images, which you can use a graphic designer for. And that can make it a lot simpler. Next, finding the best creators to make thousands of videos with your products. The easiest way to find creators right now overall is Calidata. They don't pay me to say this, but you can literally go in there for a free trial or like a very cheap monthly rate. You can go in, you can scrape 1,000 creators per day. So you get high GMV creators up to 1,000 per day, and you just go in there, get their info, and you can just email them or text them. So this makes it so much simpler. They're already high GMV. You can already find ones that are working with your competitors. This makes it so easy to get results. And so that's a really easy way to get creators. I have my own roster. I have 20,000 creators in WAP. Anyone can also access my roster and go reach out to them as well. And then also you can use Yuka AI, Seller Center. You can do outreach as well, but this makes it super easy, okay? You can also use Discord communities, of course, creator groups. Creator communities make listings in there in exchange for giving away a percent GMV to those creator communities for giving you access to their creators. Those are basically all the ways to get creators. They all work, but Calidata is the easiest, and I really recommend that. All right, next, once you have the creators on board, put them into your Discord community, right? And you're able to start training creators. And so the best creators are going to need to work on retainer. High GMV creators that are able to get serious results are going to need to work on retainer. So what that looks like is maybe $1,000 to $3,000 per month. If they're making, let's say, $100,000 plus per month, the thing is, this is worth it. So just make sure, basically figure out how many clients they're working with. So let's say they're working with 10 brands and they're making 100K per month. That means they're making 10K per brand, right? On average, of course, even though it may not actually be 10K each, that evenly distributed, but theoretically it's about 10K on average. And so if you're looking at the brands that they're working with, if those products and brands are similar to yours, you have an idea of if your products are going to do well with them or not. You can basically see what they're good at, what they know, if it's going to work well or not. And if you don't think it is, right, then it probably won't. So that can make it a lot simpler to know who's worth actually paying retainers to. And then in terms of the creator community, getting these people in here, focusing on the relationships with them is going to be really key for your long-term results. Okay, and then from there, going into creator training, showing them viral content angles, which you can use Calidata or Fastmouse for, showing them viral content pieces, sending those daily, building those relationships, having top creators basically mentor other creators in exchange for a percent of their GMV. This works really well. So the training part is going to be, I would recommend at least a weekly creator call, a creator brief document of ideas that gets updated every week or every month, and just building basically those relationships there. So that way you don't lose creators. And then we use a campaign tracker, which it's just like this. So you basically put the creator's name here, you put their followers here, which product, and then you basically can put all their info here, track it here, and that way you can look at GMV and you can basically see the results that they're getting. And so by looking at this, you can decide which creators are actually worth spending more on if they're making a GMV off of commission only, and which are worth retainers. And then based on, you can write the retainers on here too, and basically have an idea of if they're worth paying even more. So basically, once you have all that done, you can come in here and you can start to see results. And so once you have videos going live, aim for 100 videos per week. If you're not there yet, aim for 100 videos per week, because that way you have enough content to run GMB Max ads effectively. GMB Max works based on an AI algorithm. And so that means it's testing all different content on your account to basically see what gets the most results and most sales. And so it needs a lot of content in order to test effectively. So if you're only having, let's say 20, 50 videos a week and you're running GMB Max, wondering why you're not getting results, this is why. So you need to have at least 100 videos per week, right? So quantity is important. Of course, so is quality. You want to have good content going up. So this is important to basically find good creators who are able to make lots of good content, and people use AI, Make UGC, ArcAds, Creatify. These work as well to make basically shoppable content on unique pages. And a lot of brands are doing this now as a way to go kind of cheaper as well, in addition to human generated content. And so basically getting a lot of good content out and running GMB Max on it is very effective in order to basically, scale your results. And so from there, you're able to have a really good idea of what's working, what isn't, and scale up. And so once you have this level of scale, in step 4, you're able to launch new SKUs and basically put creator groups behind each of these SKUs. You're able to scale GMB Max, increase your ad spend, find more good creators, and start implementing live streams. And this is basically where you're able to actually reach 6 figures monthly. And this is kind of how it works as a broad overview, and these are how we're getting these results right now. But yeah, biggest needle mover is going to be finding good creators, because that allows GMB Max success, that allows live streaming success, that allows that virality, that momentum to the store, where even the product card is going to do well. Like a lot of the time, the product card is basically what TikTok calls the shop listing. A lot of the time what we see, the product card actually gets sales on its own. It could be 30% of sales where people are using TikTok like Amazon, and they're just searching for products, and it's being featured there, or they're just being shown it. And so people are finding the products without even content. And so that only works if the content side is really good. And that way it can actually go viral, quote unquote, in the store, in the shop store, and customers that are using TikTok Shop like Amazon, searching for products, could find it there as well. When we're working with new clients, it's really as easy as understanding their goals on TikTok Shop, understanding basically the GMV levels they're looking to go, and it's really, really simple from there. And so basically once we get all that info of their shop, we get backend access. We're TikTok Shop partners, we get backend access of the store so that we can do creator outreach, optimize listings, all of that. We're able to basically help them scale, right? It's a plug-and-play strategy with skincare, wellness, low-priced fashion, low-priced electronics, supplements, especially supplements on TikTok Shop. It's really a plug-and-play strategy now. And so we're able to really effectively help brands scale if they're a fit. And so if I'm showing you this, you're definitely a good fit to work with us. And so if you want extra help with scaling your TikTok Shop, you can book a free 15-minute strategy call with me here on my website to see if we can help you with finding creators, building systems that get results, and saving you a ton of time in order to grow your sales. And so basically just book a call, maverickcreative.net, and we'll talk soon.